Hex and Caicos, stuck in a jail somewhere with the Greek guy named Malakos. In the spaces, they say you know bueno. They caught you in the club out in Miami sniffing yayo. Ayos mijo, when you gonna get bailed out of the jail cell? Cause at night it's mucho frijo. Hex and Caicos. Hex and Caicos. When I find out my peoples get locked up in the clink, I feel bad for them cause I know they didn't think. And social media wants me to give some donations to a guy I only met on one occasion. He didn't die, but his freedom's in question. Got bagged in the airport with bullets for ammunition. What am I missing? Only thing you should have got bagged for was for a bag of contraceptives. I'm not for the deception. All these years you on Instagram doing the hex flexing. Bang bang makes sense and bang bang makes sense. You about to wreck your dream account for no dollars or cents. You misuse your gift to sell, now you stuck in a cell. God threw you in jail. The creator threw you in jail to save you from yourself. Hex and Caicos, stuck in a jail somewhere with the Greek guy named Malakos. In the spaces, they say you know bueno. They caught you in the club out in Miami sniffing yayo. Ayos mijo, when you gonna get bailed out of the jail cell? Cause at night it's mucho frijo. Hex and Caicos. Hex and Caicos.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's?
Just another reminder that I do not work for you. I have never worked for you. I will never work for you. If you want good things to happen, you must make them happen.
Black Rock. Let's do this shit. Black Rock. Let's do this.
Well, if Bitcoin will become the ultimate type of a form of the currency been adopted by human society, I can tell exactly what's going to happen as the worst scenario or the must scenario. We're all going to die. This is not a joke.
What the heck?
Ah, the hex! And the video quality is awesome.
Wow.
You know,
look at that. From my phone in my home.
Nice green screen, Papa B.
Yeah.
Nice. Shut the fuck up, Peter. Yes, I'm. It is from my toilet. I got the runs for my trip to New York. I ate the street food. It said halal. They said I had a slice. You know what? I gotta tell you, I took advice from somebody in Jersey City. They said, "Oh, you gotta try. This is the quintessential best pizza in New York. This one I like. They're not frugal. They're very generous with the sauce."
Hi,
so yeah, so it wasn't like I wanted. I wanted more cheese, so I was kind of depressed with that. But I had excellent Italian food. Let me tell you. I had
Italiano,
Italiano,
pasta and the meatballs.
Yeah, the Papa di Pupi.
Get out of my kitchen! I bust for your ass.
Forget about it.
Yeah. Great.
It reminds me of this ad that I once saw in the newspaper. There's some guy who ran a pizzeria in some village in the UK, and he painted in giant letters on the side of his shop or his restaurant, "Come in and taste the worst pizza a guy on TripAdvisor has ever had in his life." Which I thought was brilliant advertising. That just reminded me of your story with the slice. But yeah,
thank
New York,
you.
you gotta have the pizza, right? That's why people go there. That's the only reason.
But look, I went to this place called Artichoke and Basil Pizzeria, and it was like renowned in New York as one of the top 5 or whatever. And we got a nice slice right out of the oven, beautiful. And too much sauce, not enough cheese, and it was, the crust was really crispy. I wanted the real deal, but I don't think I got the real deal yet, so I got to go back.
Ariel pie.
Hey, I get a pie. But I tell you, I had a wood-fired pizza from this little joint in Jersey City.
Yeah.
It was this Italian food restaurant. I told he's like, you want the real Goodfellas experience? We're gonna go to this joint. It's on a residential neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, in the middle of this residential neighborhood, somebody's converted their house, the bottom floor, into a beautiful Italian restaurant. It's been there for decades and decades. It's super famous. And we went in there, and I had Marron, the best fucking pizza in the.
Nice.
It was a veal parmigiana, fucking great. Hey, shut up, Peter! I bust your ass.
Peter has garlic all over the pizza.
He does. Peter smells like garlic.
Garlic? No, I hate garlic, to be honest.
Oh,
you hate garlic? Who hates garlic?
So you're a vampire.
We
you're a vampire
here
attacker.
put sheep cheese on the pizza.
Sheep cheese?
And this special kind of sheep cheese. This can only be found in Slovakia and Bulgaria, I think.
Did you say cheap cheese or sheep cheese?
Sheep cheese. Like bad.
Because before the bull run, I'm trying to get government cheese as much as I can. It's the cheapest cheese.
Dick cheese? Ew.
Velvet, not dick. What? Watch your mouth. I busted your ass. Shut up. Shut up in your face.
Forget about it. Let's check chat, you guys.
Check chat.
Matilda, Mrs. Avalon. She's first. Let's go. Wookie, are we getting the band back to? Yeah, man. Last week was a bit of the shit show. Got raving reviews, though. Raving.
I forgot about that stream. So
someone said it was the best what the hex ever.
Because it had none of the other stuff. Right to the point. All DJ all the time.
No Jews, no Slavs.
Yeah, nothing. It was
That's the Germans, like it should be.
The Germans.
100% German efficiency.
The Germans and the chat just only lonesome, but we had some fun. Academiciated is here. Good to see you. 100% staked. You want to be 100% staked. Ain't that right, Peter? Especially during the bull run.
Do it during the bull.
During the bull.
Darling, this was not our bull run. The next one will be fine.
Sandy Beach is here. Avalon is here. Hex on Air, our first What the Hex Supra member. So let me tell you guys.
And only?
Grazie, mille grazie.
We are now fully monetized on this freaking channel. So you may throw in the $2 Canadian.
Send us a $500 super chat, please, motherfucker.
Do it right now. Do it right now. This shit costs
money. You're 2 years too late.
Man, this shit costs money to run the show, the StreamYard license,
Yeah,
but...
look, my green screen. This is what I'm working with here.
We're not even talking equipment.
Even before we get to the terrible equipment we have.
Oh, man. So we take the $2 Canadian now. We take the 100 Vietnamese dong. You can...
Peter takes the
all
dong.
them joints. So, or you can, like Hex on Air, become a What the Hex Supra member.
Hooray.
And you earn a special place in our heart for doing that. It's $4.99 a month. As I said, you pay more for
$499. That's expensive.
That's cheap.
Or 10 Vietnamese dong.
Free.
Oh, $4.99. Listen, attention, everyone. Do not sell any of your core coins to pay for our $4.99.
Yeah, sell the shit ones.
2 ink. You can sell 2 ink. I think that's a good investment.
Twink.
Twink. Kraken is launching their own blockchain now. and it will be called Ink. Can you believe that? Breaking
Excuse
news
me?
just happened now.
Spelled how? INC?
INK.
Oh, guys.
Oh,
you
that's
guys,
different.
you guys is
Guys,
What does it stand for? Incentive?
I don't
Papa
know.
B, this is something it will interest you. 20
What?
million in U.S. government assets moved to a new address, so
Yes.
the U.S. government may be hacked. What? Nice.
Nah, they're
Wait,
moving
wait,
Bitcoin to scare the market.
They're just moving it around from one address to another. That's nothing.
And
Wake me up when they put it on Coinbase. That would be funny.
Mostly stable coins.
Elizabeth Warren's stash.
Oh yeah, it could be. I'm just reading this too. It
What?
could actually be a hack. Whoops. Whoopsie.
Amateurs! Ooh, the competency of the government.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Cotton picking second. Where is the source? I can't read it on my tiny screen. Please tell me what it is. This
by a bigger screen.
It's the famous Decrypt newspaper, and they say U.S. government crypto wallet drained of 20 million in suspicious transfers.
Well,
Described
we're
as
always
likely theft.
U.S. government crypto wallet. What kind of wallet were they using?
A wallet that hosted
we used MetaMask.
The Bitfinex had funds. Anyway,
maybe they did, Papa. I'm serious. That's a real possibility that they just used MetaMask.
They just typed in their seeds.
Would not surprise me.
They probably didn't use the Rabbi wallet.
Rabbi's my favorite wallet. What are you talking about?
Israeli wallet.
Alhamdulillah, la Iranian.
20 million is not a lot in crypto, but he should have used the Rabbi wallet. No, we don't use any. All right, so this is a great segue
kosher,
into the
right.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, this is a great segue to the insanity that's going on. Predictable failure on my part to get the word to everyone about an effective and efficient OPSEC posture into the bull run and beyond. I'm sad to say I can announce that 2 more people in our community were wiped out. But this time is different. Why? Because it goes back to the basics. May I tell you guys, are you ready for this, or shall we talk about this later in the show?
Let's get over it.
Well, I wanted to do the New York thing first, but let's talk about it since we're here. I've got the tweet up. One sad victim that broke today is space auctions.
Yeah, and this is a buddy. I consider this a buddy of mine. He's retweeted a lot about the show. Friend of the show here. He's retweeted my posts. He comments. I comment on him. I feel a kinship for the specific person, and somehow I've failed him. He's responsible for the most common of all things we say we were hacked where we weren't. Mismanagement of your seeds. So for 4 years plus, we've been talking about the most effective way to manage your seeds. And if you're going to have them outside of your control on a different property, like in this case, it was his mother. And again, I don't want to say this is stupidity or naivete. He really believed that this was a good thing that worked for him, and it worked until now. It's kind of like the roulette wheel, right? In security, we're trying to decrease the likelihood of you losing or getting locked out of your goodie bag by shavings like tiny fractions of a percent at a time. You're never going to get to exact 0, but you can get to 0.001% likelihood. And you always fight to try to get to that level. And as new exploits come, you pivot with your security posture, you make those changes, and you keep trying to get to the ideal, which is 0. In this case, this young man decided that he would back up his seeds not on his property, but at his mother's property and only on paper. So already we say there's a lot of things wrong with this. By not using a hardware wallet, he would have to go to mommy's house, much like Vitalik Buterin, but in physical form. He would go there, he would get his seeds, I guess on his old dusty bookshelf with his old, record collection and trophies from high school. And then he would enter them in by typing them physically into a keyboard to interact with the blockchain. So these are the problems that we have. We have the liability of his mother's house burning down because it's not backed up on fire and flood resistant medium. It's a way out of his control. It's his sole copy of his seeds. And wouldn't you know it, one day Mamacita cleans the house and whisks away this strange 12 to 24 word note to be seen again. And because of that, the gentleman can no longer access his crypto. It's locked against him getting to it as it would any other attacker. So it's done, kaput, finished. Now we can reach out to him and we can set him back on, dust him off and get him back on the horse is what I like to tell people, because this shit will happen to you if you don't understand what maybe backup management looks like. For example, Shamir's secret sharing would have helped him out considerably. He wouldn't have had this problem to begin with, because he would have had at least 2 more copies of components, not the actual portions of his seed. Please don't misunderstand this, everybody. You don't just, put a third of your seeds at one place, a third of your seeds on another, and a third with yourself. That would compromise the cryptography and bring down SHA-256 or 512 using a passphrase. It would bring it down to something that was guessable by an attacker or hackable by a supercomputer, which a lot of people have access to. I'm not talking about quantum computer. I'm talking about just a simple supercomputer, which a lot of people have. So the idea that I'm telling you is pay attention. Now is got to be the time that you find your onboards and find your friends in the community and just ask them, tell me about your security posture, and have you reviewed all the shit that we've been preaching for the last 4+ years? Have you got a hardware wallet, Trezor, or low-end ledger? Do you have a 24-word seed? Do you have a passphrase? Are these backups well managed to prevent any calamities or being not able to get at least one portion of your seeds? Do you understand what Shamir's secret sharing is? Do you employ all these principles, or do you just simply know about them, but you're getting around to using them? That's the ultimate fucking sting. When you fuck up and you could have known in advance how to not fuck up. And I'm yelling, I'm failing these people because I'm not yelling loudly enough. But please, for the love of God, I can't scale as well as I'd like to. B9.xyz is a stab in the right direction, a little poke in the right direction. We need a lot more people to just reach out to one another in our community. The smartest, most informed, and best OPSEC people in crypto or in this community. What the fuck? Yes, thank you. Thanks. Steven Spielberg. Thanks. That shut me up. But anyway, the point is, and am I right, guys? I mean, how would you like it if you stream with somebody for 91 episodes and you find out that they don't use a hardware wallet, and then they get destroyed and they lose all their stuff at this moment in time in the market? I wouldn't forgive myself if Peter or DJ had that problem. So I needled them and I said, God damn it, show me now that you know how to use these things. And that's the way it worked out.
But
so
if only he would have had a hardware wallet with like a passphrase, then he still could have had that, even though he lost.
He could have been able to,
seed.
if he would have lost his backups.
What happened to the seed? Did it burn down?
No, it was simply tossed away in the garbage. It looked like trash. It went to the trash.
But we had another story.
And another one. This one is even more.
Let me just run this real quick.
Go ahead.
I think in Pulsechain community we have Papa Boner. in security. Like that guy is what a saint, helping everyone out here. That's important. So Papa Boner, I can't find his proper Twitter, but here is an interview from a year ago. I don't even know if he's still in the Pulsechain community. Haven't seen him in a while. So Papa Boner, P-A-P-A-H.
I thought he watches the show.
Oh, there he is. There he is. We'll just try click around. Yeah, so here it is.
Good one,
Boner
Selby.
Papa.
Yeah, thanks.
And what I've just quickly done is, you probably see by the time you watch this video, I've tagged Mr. Papa Boner for you. That's the first person that just comes to mind. He's really helpful with these. Yes, so once we identify the problem.
So the problem was iconic defiance.
Okay, yes. And this is another, look, I actually did make contact with Iconic. I spoke with him for a couple of hours. And, you know, when you, this one is one we haven't seen in about, well, I haven't seen in about a year and a half. Truly, when people yell, I got hacked, it's usually a mismanagement of the seeds, or you got an automated attack, which was like the Mars Stealer. You picked it up on your local system. It found the seed store file and waited for you to type in your password into MetaMask, for example, and then it connected the two. It phoned home, sent the package back, and owned your wallet. Easy. Kind of non-intrusive, right? I mean, for the attacker's point of view, you can deploy thousands of these in a moment, you know, in a blink of an eye. They're out there. They're just waiting to be, you know, taken up by you passively to him. And then he just gets, you know, an email that gives him all of the seeds that it collected. So that's Mars Stealer. This was uncommon. This was a true hack. I believe it was a spear phishing attack. It was a concentrated and directed type of attack. Somebody knew that this person had something to steal. They actually got into his system, infected it, owned his entire Google account, owned his Gmail account, redirected it with no backup email, so he couldn't recover it, couldn't get in. It's done. New telephone numbers for the actual SMS. 2FA. I told him as we went through all of this whole thing, this guy or girl, whoever the fuck it was, the attacker actually went in and went after your own personal data first. I think that the crypto was an afterthought, because after they owned the system and had time to look around, they were able to get every shred, less a little bit of dust, across different Google profiles. Other stuff that he thought he was smart by having several different profiles, several different MetaMasks, but the attacker was able to own everything, go in and simply recover and wipe him out. So I think it was a combination and a lot of time. I think that he noticed the attack happened a little bit before this happened. So it gave the attacker time to figure out how to maybe self-inject a Mars Stealer and collect all of the data. As soon as he typed in a password, probably to get into MetaMask, that's all the attacker needed. Everything else was fell like dominoes. So we had to recover, basically say goodbye to all the crypto, first of all, because I had to explain to him it is not, it's not going to come back unless the attacker feels that they want to send it back to you, and that's very unlikely. So that's gone. Get over that. What we really have to concentrate on is your online banking, your phone, your bills. You maybe have a scan of your passport somewhere in your Gmail. Everyone does. Driver's license scans, Social Security that's been divulged through other websites, passwords that you back up on that PC. It's totally infected. So this is the real worrying thing, is how, he kept asking, how could this be possible? Well, I believe it could have been any number of things. There were people on his network that would come and go, as his wife, his father. They connect up, possibly some guests come into his network and just, infect the network that way. But also because he doesn't have a mesh router, he's got, a store off the shelf, low end router, and possibly not a very robust password. And also it's unclear as to whether or not he had enabled the right encryption. So somebody could roll up, right in front of his house, or his next door neighbor kid could just be fucking around and actually could capture his stream, get his data, and get his password for his router, infect his entire system that way. Own his system, get in, play around, find different things that are connected, and infect them all, or at least, get remote view of them as well. Taking screenshots every so often, highly possible.
So you're saying like a physical access to his home network.
It's not uncommon. He lives in I wouldn't say a rural environment like I do, but a halfway through suburban type of environment. It's so easy just to go up and down the streets. I've been on a trip with some security people, and they showed me as they went up and down the neighborhoods close to home base how easy it is to capture encrypted passwords on routers, and that's the way into the entire network. And they can infect them remotely and lie in wait until certain keys are typed, and then it phones home and gives you everything, or encrypts all their data and gives them, you've been owned and you owe us Bitcoin to decrypt everything that you have. So there's ransomware options. In this case, there's steal everything and possibly attempt to identity thievery in this case too, which we have to consider a huge risk. So now that you're fucked, what do? You rebuild stronger and wiser. So I recommended that he get a mesh router, first of all, rewipe all of his PCs that are connected to that network, and then manage the goes ins and goes outs from his network a little bit more carefully. And key fucking point, hardware wallet was not used. Again, if it were used, yes, your regular data could be at risk and you would still be hacked, but your crypto today would be safe. If you only used a hardware wallet, you would not have this problem today. Thank you.
We had another hack. Our friend Cabana Crypto.
Oh, yes.
And this one was weird. This just happened 2 days ago. He told me like he lost access to his Twitter account, and he told me he had over the years updated everything that he had, but not the Twitter, where he had an old unsecure email still as like the account email. So somebody hacked into that, totally took over his account, and was DMing everybody that he followed. He doesn't follow that many people, but it's mostly like prominent Hexicans and people in the crypto world that he's DMing with, and sent everybody a DM, hey, I'm launching my own Cabana coin, and Jesus. Click here if you want early access and get on the whitelist. So if Cabana and if you're in crypto, that's like I think that's a smart very clever way of hacking. And if you clicked on that and connected your wallet, then you were actually infected with a wallet drainer. So if you received such a DM by Cabana, don't click the link. Don't click the link. Yeah, but that's pretty brutal for that to happen. But yeah, you need the 2FA and protect your important accounts like that.
By the way,
yeah,
that's a good point. 2FA, everyone. 2FA, in terms of if you have a Gmail account, you should definitely have a recovery account that you don't use. Just make a brand new Gmail account and nominate that as your recovery email address. So you have a chance if an attacker comes in before they edit everything and change it, you may have a chance to actually recover to the previous email address. Or the new email address that you create. If you don't have that and they change it, then you're locked out. However, this one begs a different question, and that is, don't click on links, period, ever on your PC that you use for crypto, ever. Don't even if it's a seemingly trusted source, don't do that.
And don't download malware and stuff,
Well, don't download anything but the very basics.
Yeah.
And don't trust on any malware bytes or any kind of scanner, because they're all equally as crappy, and they're a kind of a lagging indicator. They trail the exploits.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of slightly above minimum page analysts that share the same spreadsheet of information, and you're just paying for a different front end. It's a collective hive mind of people trying to identify and patch things on the fly, and it's not always accurate. It's really lures you into a false sense of security. I don't like that type of antivirus crap. It's better to lock down your network. Yeah.
And shout out to Maddie though, because he was very swift to put out the warning on the Cabana situation. So he was very quick to let everybody know. Also this year, you know, the North Korean Lazarus group, which is infamous for crypto hacks, they've set up like a fake NFT online game on the blockchain where you can compete against other players with like tanks or something in the form of NFT, move them around. But it was only a trick to get you to download malware, which then steals all of your cryptocurrency. So
genius.
It's it's smart, but it's you know, that's what we're dealing with here. So, and again, that extra layer with the hardware wallet, you need to confirm the transactions on the wallet, so you have another chance of noticing that something may be wrong here.
Yep.
You know,
and
but
look,
if it's just
again,
a plain MetaMask, then they can take all the crypto without your consent.
But it's so easy. The attack is. We've known about Mars Dealer for 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
It's so simple. It's actually deployable for free now. It used to cost like 2 or 3 ETH, and now it's absolutely free, and the variants out there are even worse. So understand that if you use MetaMask in the raw, you're going to get, it's not if, it's kind of when you're going to get nabbed. So please don't do that. Just
not if.
Do a migration. If you don't understand how to use a hardware wallet, you think your onboards aren't going to get it, I will spend time with you for free. I don't ask for anything other than keep our community, you know, from the attackers taking our shit and then dumping it on our heads. Is that not enough reward for you to take on the mantle like I have and simply voice your opinion on how to do better OPSEC? It helps us all, right? So please go out there and spread the word. Hardware wallet Trezor or low-end ledger. Why do I say low-end ledger? Because we don't endorse their method of having firmware that allows for those seeds to be backed up to third parties. That's a stupid idea from them. So that's
if
it
you're
for me.
doing that, you're doing crypto wrong.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, we mentioned the Trezor and the ledger like verbally on the show, but we don't even have a referral link. It's just, and we don't want anything bad happen to you, but our incentive of you not getting hacked is that what happens in a hack, the hackers usually take all the crypto and immediately market dump it. And then not only you who got hacked, but also us are suffering with the price. That's one of the big reasons why we're doing that too.
Yes, absolutely. You know? And also there's another reason that we don't provide ref links. If the technology,
can buy a membership though.
You can buy a membership to our channel. No, $4.99.
$4.99. But wait, there is more. $4.99. You get a what the hex badge next to your name on YouTube, which our friend Hex on Air lovingly described. I have something that looks like bird shit next to my name from a hex bird. And
it's not a low res enough.
And you get the Richard Hart core token logos, the Hex, the Pulsechain, and the Pulse X logo as YouTube emojis that you possibly, hopefully Hex on Air can confirm this, also get to spam and throw into other people's channels, and that way you can do some outreach marketing. So that's what
$4.99 sounds cheap now.
Yeah. Do I get a dinner with Peter?
Yes.
That's for a level 2 tier subscription, to which we haven't figured out the pricing.
That's the
yet.
Backstage pass.
And you have to fly to Slovakia.
We will. You know what? We should raffle Peter's time at a dinner engagement that he picks you up from your house, Sandy, and takes you to a beautiful 3 Michelin star restaurant of your choice, as long as it's in Slovakia. And by the way, I want what? Yeah. By the way, hey, Toby's pinging me. Can you please make sure that he has the link there, DJ Cryptomatic?
No, we don't want Toby today.
Toby, by the way, wait, hold on. I was gonna finish. The reason that we don't have ref links for security related stuff is because why? If these solutions have problems down the line or make decisions from the corporate level that we don't agree with, or will introduce new risk, or they're not doing their job in any way, we as a community will pivot to the next technology that will keep you safe. Today, I believe Trezor, low-end ledger are the best. Just from ease of use. If you're not a developer yourself, you don't know how to do this stuff yourself, this is the best solution. Or if you are Dustbaum. Or if you're Dustbaum, yes. And by the way, use a passphrase if you don't understand what that is or what that means. It not to be confused with password or seed phrase. It's passphrase. It's totally different. It's the 25th word. If you don't understand any of this shit, just DM me. We'll work it out. And then you will know, and you will tell others, not just one-to-one, and then that's the end of it. If I spend my time to tell you, I simply beg of you, communicate to others, because I can't scale very well. Thank you.
I'm ready for this fucking bull run to move. Now move! Move! Okay, thank you.
So you were in New York?
I was.
And you went to see the bull run.
I went to see the bull run. He's not running yet, though.
And what are these people doing with the balls here?
For some reason, I don't know. Enhance. Zoom in. Enhance. This is a heartbreaking thing. They're molesting this poor bull, and they think it's just fine to cradle the balls. I don't get it.
That's nasty.
And look how shiny they are. Hundreds of thousands of people. But the kids love the balls, just like in real life. No, I didn't say that. Continue.
No. So you did a bit of a sightseeing trip, right? And
I saw sights.
So all around town, you had a slice. Did you see any Broadway shows? Anything?
I saw
about anything.
I saw 3 Broadway shows because
oh my God.
I was so excited. My wife is exceptional at last minute ticket thing. Actually, 4 shows if you count last week tonight with John Oliver. We got in to see that live, and maybe you'll hear maybe you'll hear me laughing out of sync with everyone else, because I try to you try to do that when you're the first time going to a live airing.
Yeah, I will.
You try to go
watch that.
Ha 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 ha. You try to do it like the Eddie Murphy laugh in the back row, and they tell you to get the fuck out.
But actually, can I ask you, is there like a warm-up guy that comes on and gets the crowd hype before the show starts?
There's a fluffer that works the shaft and cradles the balls before the real act starts. Yes,
right.
He wasn't that good though, and he was throwing out shirts to people. He's like, "Hey, well, we got any special events here?" Because it's New York, right? So he comes in with this big New York accent. Well, where are you from? What do you do? And one guy actually says, "I'm in IT security." I mean, he's like, "I'm in IT security." And I stood up and started applauding, and then the guy points back to me and he says, "Oh, somebody else is excited about that." Only one, but okay, continue. And he gave him the shirt. I didn't get shit, but anyway, it's okay.
Damn.
Yes,
you get a card.
There's a warm up. Yeah, but there's a warm up guy. Yes, and then there's a Q&A session with John Oliver himself. But there's a strict rule: do not ask John any personal questions. So basically, it's a brown nosing type of expedition where you say,
it's like, "Oh, John, I don't." Trump or
no, you can't say no. No, you say, what was your favorite costume to put on over the years in Last Week Tonight? Well, definitely it was the techie outfit with the bird. Oh, and everyone says, yeah, I saw that episode. And I'm just saying, get on with it. Get the fuck on with it, John. Make me laugh. But I learned one thing. Laughing on cue, especially for the retakes, that is hard work. It's hard work, right? So you're part of the show. It truly is your effort.
Yeah.
And but you get to be part of history because it's in the
so
can.
it's real laughs. It's not like a laughing machine.
It's no laugh track. It's real laughs.
Wow,
it's real laughs.
Okay, that's
they got the microphones hanging down and the bleachers and everything.
Yeah.
And we all start laughing. He wants lots of lefty laughs because obviously John Oliver is very left wing.
Yeah.
So every time he makes fun of Trump, you're supposed to but I was just kind of quiet on those.
It's kind of all of late night, isn't it? Is leaning to the left.
No, every fucking media outlet, media outlet is just appalling. I'm happy to see that, and I don't mean to be political on this show, but I'll say that we can erase everything else off of all the grandstanding and all the fucking promises. I'm only concerned about one thing, and that is who's going to get crypto, regulation legitimately going forward in an even-handed approach that will keep us, the US anyway, the forefront of technology, and keep us the big market that's free for us to do things rather than being blocked out as a security. Because Gary Gensler gotta fucking go. So anybody that advocates that, I'm for. And right now today, that's only one guy.
Well, Putin, friend of the show, he says
Hello, Vladimir. Hello, welcome.
Putin says Russia is open to mending relationships with America, but only if Trump wins.
Hilarious.
It's very funny.
Sounds like bullshit.
So anyway, three actual Broadway shows I didn't tell you.
Yes, what's the other two?
One is a short run play that's getting all the hype and hoopla now called Oh Mary. And it's about Mary Todd Lincoln, and it's hilarious. It was a lot of fun. A little bit short, but it was hilarious. So we saw that. And then we saw The House of Mormon, which, god damn, I love South Park. And when I saw that on stage, beautiful production. If it's coming to your town, fun. And the final one that we saw was Stereophonic, which won the best straight play of this year. So
awesome.
It was really, really cool. And I think you would love it, DJ. It was all about a band and the mixing room. And
yeah, you had a nice trip, Papa B.
Shut up, Peter!
Can we speak about the important things?
No, but you also then went to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Brooklyn, better known as Crooklyn.
Yes, I did.
And had a look at the courthouse, because today, the 24th of October, was supposedly the date happened. And Cabana had this wrong. He's tweeting here, been here at the courthouse for hours and nobody's here. so he pulled a Tom Gillespie.
The memo. Yeah.
Didn't get the memo. And this is how it's looking on the inside.
I didn't get to see that. I had
Thanks
to go
for giving us this picture. What do you mean you didn't get to see that?
I didn't get to see this because I had to go pee, and they wouldn't let me in just to use the toilet. They're like, no public restrooms.
That's
just like the rest of New York. Yeah.
Fancy schmancy.
It is. It smells like old wood primer and BO, according to the movie, right?
Yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit. So it's now moved to next week, October the 31st, where our next show will be. So we'll be I don't know. We're on at 4 p.m. Eastern. I think by that time, some news should be out how the day went.
We'll be live streaming the court.
We'll be live streaming the whole thing. So
the whole thing, and we'll be reenacting with sock puppets.
So that's interesting. And they also added just yesterday a new item to the court docket, and it just says scheduling order.
Yep. Don't fuck around with this anymore, is what it says.
Yes. Which Nuclear Herbs explains as in they are now tightening down, strict deadlines and things and schedulings, but there's no further detail
before the hearing.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no further detail on that, so nobody really knows. Are you guys dressing up for Halloween? We can, but when you go into court, you
do
cannot
not dress up like
you gotta respect the court.
No, actually, there's only one costume that you're allowed to dress up if you're going to court, and that is you may not do no.
Tom top hat.
You may
during
no
this outrage
no
marketing.
no outrage Richard
cod
costumes
pieces.
with cod piece. How about with nice suits for men and nice, nice Sunday best dresses for ladies?
No, office
That's boring.
attire.
Office attire, not
Let's
casual.
bet how many crazy people in crazy costumes will show up. I bet 2.
I'm predicting that there will only be 2 people there. It'll be
in a What the
Marco
Hex
the
T-shirt.
Marco the Hexican again, and Cabana, which will come back all the way to New York just to see
Cabana with a straw hat.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and a
sunglasses and a whiskey.
Captain
yeah.
Morgan. Yeah. We get a question from Harmat. That sounds a bit Viking here. Papa, have you heard of Rob Braxton Tech? He's a security expert on YouTube.
Rob Braxton Tech, is that the guy with the beanie on, or is that somebody else? I don't know this person.
Avalon's Archie seems to know him.
Oh, good.
He's great.
I'll give it a look. I'm sure that there's lots. Look, there's lots of excellent security professionals that are putting out good stuff out there, but there's an equal amount, if not greater, much greater amount of YouTubers that are just ego-driven and looking for the clicks, and they have bad advice to give you. Really, I don't fucking know either. But anyway, this guy sounds like he may be good, but I can't vouch for him. I will look into him. Thank you.
Awesome.
No, right. I like in our community though. I will tell you, I always say, Hex Hangout is a security professional who knows his shit. We've got Parkway Productions, who just got, I believe he's going toward his CISSP soon, and he's also he's very a good advocate. He's a good person to start with as well. He's moderating the B9.xyz Telegram chat from time to time. If you have any problems there, you can seek him out as well. And and John McCoy, who is another great security professional, albeit a nom de plume of another character that I may or may not have just mentioned. But look for John McCoy, who has Security Saturdays on John McCoy, as in Dr. McCoy from Star Trek. You don't know Star Trek because you were still in communist clutches back then. But I'll tell you that John McCoy, Hex Hangout, look for these things on Twitter or Parkway Productions. Thank you. Turn to them or me, maybe. I'll point you in the right direction if I don't have an answer.
Meanwhile, over here in Europe,
Bravo.
shit hits the fan.
Bravo, Denmark.
I'm sorry for Hivet Hex, who lives there, allegedly. But Denmark...
coming out.
Jesus Christ. Denmark is the first country to now put a tax on unrealized crypto gains. And it's 42% on unrealized. Question is, though, some people on Twitter asked in return if they would also give refunds for losses in crypto, which seemed more prevalent than gains these days. You know.
Oh, this is stupid.
This is stupid. And then, of course, Italy follows suit and intends to do the same thing, 42% tax as of 1st of January 2025. It's not yet signed off in their parliament, in their government thing, but, it's a proposal. And if this becomes fashion now, sooner or later, Peter, we got to pack our bags and get the fuck out of here.
Move to Trump land. The water's fine.
I'm not paying 42% on unrealized crypto, like crypto that I haven't even sold. Like, what is this?
That's
and
funny.
how are they enforcing this? Like, this is totally weird. But
well, the enforcing part could be very interesting. The old ladies with their Pentium 3 computers, doing all the blockchain analysis. Yeah.
This sounds pretty fucking evil, and a slippery slope to unrealized capital gains on every asset.
But
So
Peter's
just
right.
like-
Some of the official IT systems still run on Windows 95 and shit.
Nice.
It's outrageous in some city councils here. Crazy.
And that's Germany.
So and that's Germany. That's like Munich even. There have one system in the Munich thing. It's to do with real estate or whatever. That still runs on Windows 3.11, like the one before Windows 95.
Oh, by the way, guys, someone DM'd me this week and said this unrealized capital gains thing will never happen, even if Harris wins. And I said, you guys don't remember 1999 and 2000, back with the .com bubble in Silicon Valley. I saw people nearly suicidal because they got a tax bill of unrealized capital gains on their stock options.
Oh my God.
So they were like looking desperately for deductions and desperately how to do it because their stock options were at a high water mark when they were offered. It was a strike price, and then that never realized because the place didn't go IPO, sorry. Never went IPO. Yeah. So then if it never went IPO, the price of the options went down to almost zero. And they were still taxed on the high water mark of like millions of dollars. And they said, I'm going to lose everything because of this. It did happen in the United States. It has happened before. It was a failed freaking thing. It was repealed later on with, I think it was George W. Bush repealed it. I think it came in during the Clinton era. Democrat, go figure. But listen. I don't mean to make this show a partisan type of show. We've got two guys here that can't even vote. Myself, I'm begging you to really think carefully. If you're in crypto and you don't like unrealized capital gains, there's only one candidate that's saying, don't worry about that crap. I'm not going to tax unrealized capital gains. And whether or not that's a campaign promise or not, it seems like several presidents since it was available, it's possible. It's very probable that a Republican candidate will not be pushing through unrealized capital gains tax on crypto or any other asset. So think that over very carefully if you are undecided at this point. But probably 85% of us watching this show are already in the camp of Orange Man.
I mean, who would vote for a woman?
Period. Yeah.
Trumpet.
You're an asshole, Peter.
No, it's real. I mean, it didn't work for Germany. I mean, she was there for whatever
she was
long
the
time.
longest running chancellor in Germany.
Yeah, but she was like Thatcher. She was like a man woman.
For the economy, though. Look at it now. It's a shit show.
She was mostly man. She was like, if you look at Merkel, I mean, she's not a woman.
We're close to getting into recession again over here because all the car manufacturing, Volkswagen is in big trouble. It's not good right now. It's they have fears of mass unemployment,
emissions fraud,
and this is how it ends.
Yeah, nuclear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then everybody has solar panels now, and then the grid is not developed enough from an infrastructure perspective to handle all this energy. So this is
get backup batteries.
Thought through.
What, Sandy? You don't like my chauvinistic humor?
You have to know that Peter is a male chauvinist.
That's one canceled date right there.
Oh, I will receive no more nudes. God damn it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pennsylvania is not playing around, and I always thought that's a blue state, isn't it? And they pass Bitcoin rights to self-custody.
They did.
And allow the use of Bitcoin as payment method. That's passed. It's a bill that just passed. So
states' rights. So
go Pennsylvania.
Go Pennsylvania.
Isn't that Biden? No, Biden is from Delaware, isn't he?
Yes. No, Pennsylvania is the most contested swing state. Whoever gets Pennsylvania right now on the electoral map looks like they're going to be the president. So they had a town hall with Pennsylvanians last night with Kamala, and apparently I didn't see it yet. I want to see it, but what I did see was the aftermath on CNN. So I tuned in just as soon as it was over. And I saw all the pundits arguing. It was clear that they were not happy with results. Like apparently she got cornered on border questions and all sorts of other questions, and she just danced around them for 3 minutes.
Damn.
And came back and just did her normal word salad thing. Because these pundits were like, well, I got nothing. And then the Republican pundits like, oh, every time she opens her mouth, every time Joe Biden opens his mouth, it's just a big benefit to Trump. We love it. Keep it coming, because these types of town halls, have more of them. Have more of them, please, for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
So sad.
Trump doesn't have to do anything at this point.
He shouldn't do anything except work at McDonald's. That was fun. I like that.
But
That
what
was
has
real.
everybody?
I thought that was AI.
Work at McDonald's, exactly.
Yeah,
that was funny. No, but what's got everybody all riled up at the moment is the BRICS meeting, which I guess is the counter thing to the G7 and G20. So the BRICS is like the Eastern, India, China, Russia, and they are wanting to like really put up a fight now against the dominance of the US dollar being used as a global main currency for trade. And some people, of course,
I have
from
3
the
syllables.
crypto world,
CIA.
from the crypto world, think they might introduce a BRICS crypto, which could be interesting for adoption.
What?
Yeah, but the UAE, the Emirates, have now joined. I think that is new. So that's a lot of capital on the way.
Breaks.
Yeah. And we mentioned already this year with Putin at the helm is happy to mend relations if Trump wins. And speaking of hardware wallets, Ledger, they had not a hack of the actual device, but they had a hack in 2020 and again in 21 of their sales database of everybody that ever bought a Ledger online on their servers,
and allowed the bad guys to create Ledger Nano X's and mail them physically to a bunch of people with
that were
they had actually a phone home USB device soldered into a fake chipset into the actual casing in plastic bags, and it's hilarious. I don't think that there were any reports of anybody getting robbed by those, because the word got out pretty quick.
Yeah,
but it was only the database, the user
only
database.
the database, but pretty terrible, especially for their reputation. If you claim to be a security company,
it's even worse for the
Shopify database safe.
But it was worse for the reputation when the president gets cornered and needs to provide a statement, and all he says is, mon Dieu, we promise to do better next time. I don't know what else to say to you. It is what it is. We fucked up, and sorry, and goodbye, and please keep buying our product because we're the best in town. We are French. All right, Peter?
Because he's French. No, but a lot of people who, during these years now tried class action lawsuits, and it always failed because of jurisdiction. Haha. But making the bridge to the Richard Hart thing. But here now, finally, after 4 years, they managed to get a grip. So now this is coming to courts now after all this time. So Ledger has now officially been sued over that. So
nice.
We'll see. Nice, I don't know, because
product, they deserve it.
A company can go under such a thing, which
hold on a second.
Capitalism.
Hold on. I think better than a too bad. We'll do better next time from the president if it exacts some kind of actual apology.
Yes.
I don't think a class. I mean, you're always going to see a class action form with attorneys want to get the millions, and then you as a user, maybe you'll get a check in the mail for $3.09.
Yeah.
As part of the class. That's all this is.
Yeah. But that's another breaking. You get the breaking news on this show today. So do we have TA with Toby or what?
I think Toby's under the weather, much like our chart.
So shall we do TA with Peter?
Without Toby.
Yes, Peter, take it away.
Okay.
TA without Toby.
The price is going down. That's it. See ya next week.
Wait, that's faster than I could pull up
Wait,
the
there
chart.
is more. There is more.
Oh,
I see
we're
a
the
giant
shit
bull
tank.
flag.
We're the shit tank.
Oh, Papa di Poo Poo e Pepe.
Outro.
You like drum and bass?